Good morning to all. I welcome you all to the morning session, and we are doing this because we want to allow participants and also organizing committee to be able to take off on Eid celebration. And I hope you all understand that. Thank you. Sorry to get you here on Sunday. Anyways, we have the pleasure and honor of having Dr. BP Singh with us. Sir is Principal Scientist, Joint Directorate of Extension Division, ICR Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Izzatnagar. And the topic chosen for deliberation by our esteemed guest is extension strategy for promotion of green fodder production and experience. Sir, you are audible as well as visible. Also, your screen is visible. Let's move on to the presentation so that we could start.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go to the PPT and start the slideshow.
It is visible?
Yes, yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Continue, sir.
So all the respected faculties, researcher, and dear students. So good morning to all of you. So as has been already stated that I'm going to speak on actions and strategy for promotion of green fodder production. It is one of the while speaking on fodder production, it is one of the most important topic because the livestock is suffering a lot due to less availability of the green fodder, and which is also affecting their health and also production. So I'm going to speak on the actions and strategies that what component of the actions and were followed to make popularize of the specifically the green fodder of BN hybrid. It is a grass because this BN hybrid, specifically the variety of CO4 and CO5, they were popularized through the actions and methods to reach among the large number of the farmers through print media, electronic media, and also through conventional approach, which it is known as like traditional approach of the actions and education. So in those are from Karnataka, they may say, sir, that the Bajra Napier hybrid is very much popular in Karnataka. Okay, it is. It may be popular in Karnataka. It is also popular in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu also. But in northern India, it is not so popular. And in UP, it is UP. And as a case of the Bareilly district also, where Indian Veterinary Research Institute is situated or established, it is very less popular, and no farmers, very less farmers know about this grass. Although it has plenty of the usefulness and qualities, that is why the farmers would grow it, but farmers are not aware about it. Okay. So about the livestock census and milk production, you might have heard earlier also through various speakers about that. What is the livestock population in country at present, and what is the milk production now, and what was the milk production earlier in 1950-51. So many of the speakers may have spoken on this, and you might have heard a lot. So I'm not going to discuss about this, but we have reached and we are number one in world by producing 198 already, the million ton milk production. Okay, so we and in this year 2021-22, it is targeted that more than 200 million ton milk production in India can increase and will increase. But it has more potential if the green fodder is available to the livestock in adequate quantities. Everywhere in every state, even and majority of the farmers, they are not growing and feeding the green fodder to the livestock up to the requirement of the animals. So various researches have been conducted, and they have found that growth of milk production can be increased further if sufficient feed and fodder are provided to the milch animals. Why? Because adequate feed and fodder is essential for health and productivity of the livestock. One of the data given in the document of the IGFRI, like Vision to 2050, it is showing clearly that from 2015 to 2020, there is a deficit in terms of the dry fodder, green fodder, And by 2030 also, the India will be deficit by 11.98% in dry fodder and 24.59% in green fodder. Okay, so if we are deficit in this much level in green fodder, so how we can take the higher production, or you can say the potential production from the livestock? It needs to be done more work. Okay, so 8% in India is a deficit by 33.10% of green fodder and 11.4% by crop residues and 64% by feeds. Okay, and further, the means every region of the country are deficit in green fodder. Every region, and this data was presented in 2015 Parliament by Honorable Minister of Agriculture Balianji. It is available also on internet that every region was deficit, like from 40 to 60% of the green fodder. So if we are having this much of deficit of the green fodder, so it needs to be done more to increase the area under green fodder, so that the milk production can increase and income of the farmers can be increased. Okay, but these are having some limitations. Why the area are not going to be increased under green fodder? Why? Because majority of the farmers are smallholder in country, and they are owning or rearing about more than 90% of the livestock. Okay, and but they are having less area agricultural land. Like marginal, they are 69%, and smallholder 21.75%. Okay, so they are more in number, they are in, and they are rearing more number of the livestock, but they are not having sufficient agricultural land to spare for cultivation of green fodder. Okay, why? Because their priority is to produce food grains or cultivate, or they cultivate food crops also, and oilseed crop, pulses, etc. And another reason is that they are not growing green fodder because non-availability of the critical inputs. And few fodder crops are popular due to easily availability of seed and technologies. Even if you go to the shop or in market, or if we go to any expert, so they will tell, okay, grow sorghum, bajra, maize, clover, like that. But no one will tell that grow the bean hybrid. It is available. It is also not available everywhere, except like southern India. Okay, because the other crops like maize, sorghum, their seeds are easily available. Their technologies are easily available, and that is why they are giving the information inputs to the farmers. And further, that lack of awareness among farmers about importance of fodder on health and production of livestock. There is also a lack of awareness among them about the importance of the feed and fodder on the livestock health and production. So livestock is growing rapidly by 4.6% growth rate as per the census of 2012. And India will have 554 million livestock population by 2030. But in the same proportion, the area under agriculture is not increasing. Agricultural land is limited. We cannot increase. Even the agricultural land is decreasing every year. And we have to means make that land more productive, and we have to means recommend the cropping system, crop rotation, so that the farmers can grow food crops, oilseed crops, pulses, and also the fodder crop for the sustainable production from the livestock health. From the last 15 and 20 years, we are having the area under fodder cultivation like 4.5%, 4.80%. And as per the current data, India has the area under fodder 5.23%, and India need 8%. So how it will increase? Because it will need more effort, more educational programs for increasing the area under fodder. Okay, take the case of like Uttar Pradesh. Green fodder, it is in terms of the livestock, it has the largest livestock population. But in green fodder, it is deficit by 38.2%, dry fodder 0.66%, compound feed 46.98%. So area under cultivation is about 8.78 lakhs hectare and cannot be increased because of the indirect competition between the fodder and central production and the cereal production. Okay. Now, also the just have a glance over the research studies conducted in Karnataka about the fodder status. And these are the district. I think many of you may be from the Karnataka, and you can imagine the locations of all these districts. And under the research, it has been found that district having percentage dry matter availability of less than 40%. These districts belong to high rainfall region. And in spite of that, they have severe fodder shortage, as reported by the researchers. And again, another study, Satyanarayana et al. In 2017, they have reported that these districts were found as highly vulnerable district towards fodder shortfall. So I am showing these data because I perceive that many of you may be from Karnataka. So the situation is the same in all the states. And we are deficit in green fodder. We know the importance of green fodder as a scientist, students of animals, veterinary science, or agricultural science. We know that if you include the fodder in the fodder plan of the livestock or dairy, it can decrease the cost of dairy, because 70% of the cost of the dairy or milk production is spent only on feed and fodder. Okay. So one of the statement, or you can say the recommendation of the parliamentary panel in 2016, they reported that fodder shortage is due to increasing pressure on land for growing fodder grains, oilseed, pulses, and inadequate attention being given to the production of fodder crops. Again, Department of Animal Husbandry, they have issued the advisories to all the states that had acknowledged that number of livestock is growing rapidly, but the grazing lands are gradually diminishing. Okay, what of the grazing land we had earlier, about 20 years back, 30 years back? Now, there is no, in many districts, in many states, there is no grazing lands. Okay, so it needs to be done more for introduction of the fodder crops into the farming, into the cropping system followed by the farmers. Okay. Again, Department of Animal Husbandry has reported to Lok Sabha in 2018 that due to shortage of feed resources, farmers feed only the productive animal optimally. I'm also from farming family. Many of you may be from farming family, and we know as per our experiences that we feed only maximum to those who are in milk condition, to those who the animals we are taking in agricultural farm operations, and the rest of the animals we feed leftover animals. Okay. Further, the IGFR has reported that there is a need to meet the demand of an increasing livestock population and also enhance their productivity, for which availability of feed resources have to be increased. So feed and fodder constitute about 70% cost of milk production. It is one of the data of the research. And again, it was covered in the Hindi newspaper around 3 years back that means the maximum livestock population in country are surviving on half of their daily requirement of the fodder. Half. If they are surviving on the half requirement of the fodder, so how we can expect that the livestock will maintain the good health, they will yield more milk and will contribute more in economics of the farmers? No, it cannot be. Okay. So then why the fodder is so important? So some of the factual data I have presented already, the role and importance of the fodder for the livestock. Research has conducted, and they have found that 26 to 51% means the actual yield of the bovine is reported to be 26 to 51% below the attainable yield under field conditions. And unavailability of the dry and green fodder respectively accounted for 11% and 18% loss in milk production. So why we should not do more to minimize this loss, to reduce this loss, 11% and 18%. If you are producing the 198 million ton of the milk production, just calculate the 18% loss and then 11% and then add. So we can estimate that many million tons of the milk production can be increased. Okay. So why it is so important? Green fodder, all of you are from animal science, agricultural science, veterinary science. So we know that green fodder is an economic source of nutrients. Okay. Mean if we include the green fodder in the diet plan of the livestock, so it will reduce the cost. Okay, then feed and fodder are highly palatable and digestible. Microorganisms present in the fodder, they help in digestibility, maintaining digestibility of like crop residue, and also help in good health and improving breeding efficiency. Because why it is also one of the reason that animals are not coming to the heat on the time. Why there is a lot of the cases of infertility is one of that. They are, and the animals are deficient in required minerals status, which they should have to come on the time in fertility stage. Okay, so these are again some researchers have quoted about the importance of the fodder for the livestock. So one of the data I'm also presenting here about the Bareilly. Because here they are the three season agriculture season, Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. And in all the seasons, in 2015-16, the area under fodder was 1.86%, 1.40% only. And we are in national figure, we are telling that we are having the area under fodder 5.23%. So it is much lesser than. Okay. Then again, grazing resources. Maximum grazing resources are forest, and there is a restriction for the movement of the livestock in forest area. So then farmers have to leave their animals for grazing in another land, and those are land like barren uncultivable wasteland, fallow land, cultivable wasteland, permanent pasture, grazing land. These are 3%, 6.3%, 4%, very less. And from forest, it consists of 22%. So means here the planning needs to be done. Policies have to be framed and advocated to maintain the grazing area in every village at panchayat level. We know the benefits of the grazing area. Then fodder resources. Maximum fodder comes from crop residue, that is 54%. And from cultivable fodder crops, jowar, maize, barsim, like that, it is only 28%. So 54% comes from crop residue only. These crops are not grown directly for the fodder purpose, like the case of sugarcane. So these are the crop residue. Grassland only 18%. But although this data is very old now, with the area under grassland, it must be much lesser than 18% now. So then you have gone through the various studies, facts, data of ministries, researchers, etc. So it indicates that more work need to be done to increase the area under green fodder. So why and how we have to go to increase the area under green fodder? So first, as a extension scientist, our efforts should be to make aware the farmers, to make available technical inputs, to make available information among the farmers. Okay, we have to be educate the farmers to means about the various fodders. So here I'm presenting the case of the BN hybrid was the popularization of the Bajra Napier hybrid as a green fodder grass to the farmers. And for popularization of this BN hybrid means various extension tools were used so that it can cover, or the the information about the BN hybrid technology can be spread in larger areas. Okay. Here, why the BN hybrid? Because BN hybrid was taken by us, keeping in view the fact that it is very less popular. Majority farmers are not aware about this BN hybrid in UP and in districts where we work about this. So the quality you may be knowing about the BN hybrid, okay, it is economical viable and produce high fodder yield, high protein it has. Okay. So one study I am presenting here, like Kadam et al, they have reported that shortage of green fodder the BN hybrid could prove a better option to produce adequate green fodder around the year, except in southern it can be taken around the year, but in northern India, because of the winter season, it cannot be taken in like from December to December, January, February, and March also. But in last week of the March, it start to produce the green fodder in northern India. Okay. Again, Prabhu, 2012, they reported that feeding 15 kg of CO4 grass increased milk yield by almost 200 ml per cows. It is a finding and published in one of the research in ICR. ICR again in 2018 reported that green fodder of bean hybrid increases 20 to 30% of extra milk yield. Because it is these are studies related to that period where no other green fodder was available, like of the scarcity period, because they are like in September and October, no green fodder are available. Like in that April, March, last week, like April and May, no green fodder. So in those period, only bean hybrid can make available the green fodder for the livestock. So what the actions and tools were used, what the actions and strategies were followed for popularization and to increase the adoption of this particular bean hybrid technologies on the farmer's field. These are the, you can say the actions and tools. Farm holder were printed, posters were printed, are made available, distributed among the farmers. Even the posters were pasted on the walls of the temples, panchayat, in village, in the street, etc. Okay. Individual contact group meetings were held, farmers workshops were conducted, gostis were conducted, radio talks were given, farmers were trained by inviting them, okay, on campus, off campus. Video film on Napier cultivation was made and were made available to the farmers through social medias. And then farmers visit to demonstration of our like institute campus, and also to the other farmers, those who have already grown. So their visits were conducted. Okay, then WhatsApp group of the Napier growers, it was means made, and they further spread those technologies to other farmers. Then the information about the bean hybrid was covered through newspapers, TV channels like the Doordarshan of UP channels, and in farm magazines also. Various success stories, and later on success stories were also published, and popular articles were also published. Then film documentary of the village, which had adopted the bean hybrid 100%. All the farmers of that village adopted this bean hybrid, and then a video film to make the success story of that village was made and was again shared in social media. Okay. Then a mobile app was also made on cultivation of bean hybrid. So these were the actions and tools were used to make the actions and strategies to popularize the bean hybrid for its higher rate of adoption among the farmers, and to make the availability of the green fodder of the bean hybrid. Okay. Yes. These are some glimpses and are showing to you these activities were conducted when the work was in progress for popularization of this bean hybrid. Okay. Even the group of the farm women and were involved, and they helped in promotion, and also they had adopted it. Even the individual contact, group contact, and the demonstrations were given in the field also, that how to sow, because it is very less popular in UP. So a team reached to the field of the farmers, and they given the demonstration to them that how to plant the cuttings of the bean hybrid. Okay. Training were given to the farmers. Yeah. Yes. A WhatsApp group was created, and the farmers were sharing their experiences, their questions, and these farmers were those who grown the bean hybrid. It is the mobile app. Okay. It was covered through DD News and ETV of Uttar Pradesh. Then various, you can say, popular articles, success stories were published in local newspaper and on ICR website, and paper were presented in national and international seminars about the research of this bean hybrid. Okay. So See, work started since 2017. So these numbers of the cuttings, 8 lakh, about 8 lakhs up to 2019 were distributed to the farmers. Okay, not only the one district, but to many districts of UP and many districts of other states. Okay, I will tell you what were the districts. Yeah, these districts were covered. And how these districts were covered, how the farmers contacted us, because when they got the information through YouTube videos, these YouTube videos are available on means YouTube, and they are watching and they are contacting us. Okay, so then we were maintaining the register that which farmers are speaking from which state. Then we took the interview later on. Okay, so these states were covered. Okay, because we sent them, all these farmers, we sent the bundle of the cuttings through speed post to them. Okay, with the service of Indian Postal. Then video films, it has already been now viewed by more than 49,000 viewers. This okay, and the farmers find it very useful to have the knowledge about the qualities of this BN hybrid. Okay. So even the analytics of this YouTube video was conducted, and it was also not only viewed in India but also Saudi Arabia and Pakistan also. And video is also recorded to share on social media with a total of 221 shares. This study was conducted 1 year back, and now it may have the share of more than 500. And then 100% viewers were male of this, and the viewers, those viewed this film through mobile, we can see that total 3 minutes mobile, computer 5 minutes maximum, even through tablets 3 minutes, and TV 4 minutes. So we can say that through desktop computer, this video film was also viewed. Then what was the perception of the farmers about these YouTube videos? How we conducted, because whenever the farmers were contacting us, so later on we made the list and then we contacted, and telephonic survey was conducted. Okay, so all the viewers perceived the YouTube videos very knowledgeable, because we you can see also, it is also available on YouTube video. Okay, a link I can share, okay, in the group. And then they find that it is very much useful, which contain all relevant information about cultivation of bean hybrid. And 84% of the viewers were interested in Napier cultivation for their dairy animals. 6% were interested in entrepreneurial initiative in Napier for commercial sale. Okay, and 9% of the viewers belong to the Goshala and found bean hybrid as an adequate green fodder crop at low cost, considering its perennial qualities. Okay. Yeah, these are the YouTube viewers, because they were viewing this video on YouTube, and then they were writing to us through WhatsApp. And this farmer is from Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Maharashtra. It's also Maharashtra, Rajasthan, and it is from Imphal. Okay, they requested us, and there are many farmers. I was showing only few, and then we were sending the bundle of 50 cuttings through speed post to their home address. These again, the farmers, those who have adopted it, so we also took their feedback and shared again on the YouTube. Anyone can listen their feedback about the bean hybrid, how it is useful, how much they are saving. Because if we cultivate like sorghum, maize, and bajra, so there is a need to cultivate every year. Okay, if farmers is growing every year, so it involves more expenditure. But if the farmers are started to cultivate bean hybrid, so it is only one-time investment first year, and then second, third, fourth, 5 years only fertilizer application, and then intercultural practices only. Okay. Then status of adopter, who had adopted it. Okay, so these are the adopter who had adopted this. So it is the classification of those. 42% were from the small category of the farmers. Okay, and the area under Napier cultivation, though the less area, minimum area under which the bean hybrid was cultivated, it was half biga, and maximum area of the adoption of bean hybrid was 3 acres per farmers. So the range was from half biga to around 18 bighas. You can say 6.5 bigha is equal to 1 acre. Okay, so half bigha to 3 acre. So here the maximum farmers adopted it up to 2 bighas, like 51%. Then time of Napier plantation, so maximum about 37% of the adopter or the farmers adopted during March to April, because it is a very suitable time for the plantation of this BN hybrid. Okay, if we went to the field, okay, and with the help of the technical know-how of the scientists or expert, the farmers planted it in their field. Okay, so in days of the harvest, first harvest, you can say like 50% of the adopter took first cutting in 50 to 60 days. Then second harvest they took 62%, took between 40 to 45 days of second harvest, and third harvest maximum they took 35 to 40 days. Even those were the you can say the public representative, like member of legislative assembly, member of parliament also, they also contacted us when they got the information through social media, through newspaper also. Okay, many means very you can say eminent leaders, a politician, he is also MLA from the Bareilly, and many from like Lucknow side, eastern side, they have contacted us, and we provide them and the cuttings, and because they are having the large herd size of their dairy. The number of tillers, these were the qualities actually. The number of the means the first cutting they got, the number of tillers they got. So these qualities were attracting the farmers to adopt more and more this BN hybrid. So number of tillers, you can say like 46% reported that they got in first cutting, they got 10 to 15 tillers per plant. Okay, then in second harvest, 37% or 47%, 48% got more than 50 tillers in one plant after second harvest, and third harvest they got around more than 60%. Here, more than 43% got more than 60 tillers in third harvest. So means as the number of cuttings were increasing, they were getting the more number of the tillers per plant, and through the more number of tillers per plant, it was increasing the adequate availability of the green fodder of the BN hybrid. And the farmers who got more than 60 tillers in third harvest, like 60 to 80, they got 33% got, and 10% got more than 80 tillers, and after 10, maximum tillers were up to 120. It was very good production from the farmers field when they got more than 100 tillers in one plant. So that is why the BN hybrid is considered prolific high yielding of the green fodder. So number of harvest in a year, so maximum farmers, they were taking about 6 to 7 harvest per year. And in jowar and maize, we take just only one cutting. Then fodder yield in quintal per acre in first harvest. So it is the history of the first harvest that more than like 40% got 160 to 200 quintal green fodder per acre. Whereas in second harvest, 46% got 200 to 220 quintals of the green fodder per acre. Then in third harvest also 52% got more than this 200 to 220, and 41% got more than 220 quintal of the green fodder. So all farmers have reported that BN hybrid has made available green fodder during scarcity period, because those who had grown the BN hybrid, they had no fodder scarcity during the month of like April, May, and first week of the like June. Likewise, in September and October, they had the plenty of the green fodder. And seeing the adequate fodder availability of this BN hybrid on the farmers field, the other farmers were attracted, and they got the cuttings and they started the cultivation of this BN hybrid. So 8% of the farmers were growing berseem and oat with BN hybrid. But they were growing only just in the winter season, because of the dormancy conditions of the bean hybrid in winter, it doesn't produce the green fodder. So, but if the berseem and oat is grown with along with the as intercrop along with the bean hybrid, so it yield more. It means by having the green fodder of the oat and berseem, so the farmers are also harvest the fodder of bean hybrid also. Okay. So 53, yes, again, it is also not only providing the good yield of the fodder, but the maximum farmers, because more than 91% of the farmers have grown it on bunds. And by growing or cultivation, you can see these bunds here. So by cultivation of the bean hybrid on the bunds, it helps the farmers to save the irrigation water. And if they are the farmers save the irrigation water, so definitely the cost on production of the bean hybrid was also reduced, because farmers reported about 30 to 40% water saving due to the plantation or cultivation of the bean hybrid on bunds, because it maintains the moisture for a longer period of the time. And if there is a rainy season, so the water cannot reach up to the top of this bund, because it cannot tolerate the waterlogging condition, the bean hybrid. Okay. So farmers were also asked that from which source they got the information. So maximum they got it from IVRI, and it is also many Gosala came to IVRI by reading the reports or stories of the IVRI about the bean hybrid, and they took the number of the cuttings from the IVRI, and they started to grow for the Gosala, because in every district or even maximum in every block and in village also there is a Gosala in UP. So bean hybrid is giving them the fodder. Okay. Yes, increase when the perception of the farmers was studied, the farmer about 95% they said that yes, feeding the green fodder of the this bean hybrid, they increase the milk production. And 5% also said that it has no effect. But about the how much yield of the milk was increased by feeding the green fodder, so 45% they have reported that about 500 ml to 1000 ml, you can say the half liter to 1 liter, they reported that it was the increase of the milk yield by feeding of the milk production, because the farmers, those who were not having the green fodder, so we also observed the early dry period in their lactating animals. And those who had the green fodder of the bean hybrid, they were continuously feeding the green fodder, because they had the green fodder in scarcity period of the fodder. Okay. Then about the lactation length, they reported that by continuous availability of the green fodder, the 32%, 41% have reported that up to 1 month they had the longer lactation period of the livestock, because of the continuous availability of the green fodder of the bean hybrid. Okay. Then marketing behavior was also studied. 15% were selling or commercially the fodder of the bean hybrid to other farmers at the rate of 100 rupees per quintal or 120 rupees per quintal chaff fodder. Okay. And 85% not selling, but out of the 85%, 32% were had the idea and they had a plan to sell further in forthcoming years. Then information sharing, and it was also very good response. The farmers who had adopted first, they were also spreading this technology among large number of the farmers, and in other villages, in other districts, wherever they had their relatives, friends, etc. 49% of the farmers, those who had adopted it, they spread this technology among 5 to 10 farmers each. Okay. Likewise, 38%, they have shared the information of this bean hybrid up to 5 farmers. And so the adoption of the Napier through farmer to farmer, we can see through this graph, 48% of the farmers adopted through farmer to farmer, and the number of those farmers were 2 to 4 they. So it is also not means the social media was also not helpful, but the farmer to farmer actions worked very well in dissemination of the information and making the technical inputs of this bean hybrid to the farmers. So area increase under bean hybrid through farmers to farmer, because number of the farmers were also increased through farmer to farmer actions and contact or spread of the technology. So likewise the area was also increased. So here means 45% reported, the farmers reported that because of them the 2 to 4 bigas have increased the area under bean hybrid. So overall opinion of the farmers about the bean hybrid was that it was economical, okay, and easily chopped, because in comparison to, because through this work only CO5 variety was popularized, it was adopted by the farmers. So in comparison to like CO3, CO4, it is more soft, easily chopped, and livestock like to eat also this one in comparison to previous varieties of the CO this bean hybrid. And one tussock is sufficient. One tussock means one plant, because it was reported that in first cutting one plant give the tillers of 15, okay, then 30, then 50, and in third cutting it has the tillers were increased per plant up to 80, 85, 90. So even means we can say that one plant, one tussock is sufficient for the one livestock. So it is more economical, then more greenish in comparison to like maize, jowar, or you can say sorghum or bajra. It is more greenish from stem to leaves. Cultivation on bunds yield more because of stagnation of the moisture on the bunds and continuous supply of the water through the by maintaining the moisture on the bunds. It yield more. So and also save the water, and farmyard manure is effective more in number of the tillering, because many of the farmers, those who are flushing the you can say the waste of their dairy, so the area under which the dairy waste was flushed, so they had more tillering, more yield in less number of the days, and rooted slips results early fodder in comparison to the cuttings, and it has solved their fodder scarcity in comparison to because it yield the fodder during scarcity period. Then intercropping with berseem and oat can yield more also, because during this season, in winter season, the bean hybrid cannot be grown. It never yield fodder, but if it is grown, berseem, it is grown as an intercrop with the bean hybrid, and oat is grown, then 3 crops can give the fodder altogether, and through this way the fodder, the availability of the fodder can be increased. And further, in comparison to other fodder crops, the infestation of the insect and pest is very less in bean hybrid. Okay, so monthly net income was also calculated that in first year, because if the farmers cultivate and start its plantation in month of the March, so it will give only 4 cuttings. So in 4 cutting, the net income, the monthly net income of the farmers was rupees 4,103. But in second year, by having the 6 to 7 cuttings, the net income per month was increased by 10,369. Okay, by calculating the entire expenditure and the cost of the green fodder, which was calculated on the rate of the fodder available in the market. So even one, you can say the one company, Yara Fertilizer, because every company have their CSR, corporate social responsibility. So under that activity, they have also joined the hand with the IVRI or with us. So they also came to know through social media, and they contacted us, and then they took the cuttings from IVRI, and they distributed the cuttings among the beneficiaries of their organization, and they started the cultivation. So it is the findings reported by that Yara Fertilizer India Limited. They said that cost of cultivation was recorded in terms of the irrigation, fertilization, and hoeing, and it was observed that average cost per acre per annum got reduced from rupees 1,832 to rupees 1,225 per acre per annum during the third year. Or this clearly signifies the economic aspect of cultivation of bean hybrid as a fodder crop. And feeding cost reduced from 75 rupees to 57. Lactation period was also increased. So about like 100 farmers of this associated or the beneficiaries of this Yara fertilizer, they adopted it, and they are continuously growing. And maximum they were not from like Bareilly district of UP, but they were from like another adjoining district of the Bareilly. So in nutshell, this BN hybrid, it is very promising in perennial fodder with high regeneration and tillering ability and grow well in non-competitive land. It is not so that we have to grow it in more fertile soil. Okay, cultivation on bunds, I have already stated, it saves the water, and if planted through rooted slips, it provides first cutting within 40 days. Although if we planted it through cutting, so it can give first cutting between 50 to 60 days. So 10 days can be reduced if it planted through root slips. So it is one-time investment with all-time availability of the green fodder except winter in northern India, but in southern India it can give. Farmer opened the feeding of green fodder. It can increase lactation length, and it gives 6 to 7 cuttings per year, and average productivity of 22 to 23 tons per acre. Okay, per cutting in farmer's field. So these are the two YouTube videos are available on YouTube. You can see first name is that Napier as a green fodder crop, and now the viewers has increased more than 49,000 of this video film. And again the one success story, because it was made later on when it was adopted by the farmers. So that is why it has less viewers. So I think now it has been viewed by more than 12,000 viewers. So you can also see the effect, the how to cultivate it, and what farmers have reacted and responded by giving their feedback about the qualities, and how this BN hybrid has made available the green fodder in scarcity period. Because the farmers, those who have grown it or who have started the cultivation of this BN hybrid, they are not now cultivating. They are not cultivating the sorghum, bajra, maize, etc. Yes, in winter, the intercrop, the barsim, oat, along with the this bean hybrid between the two rows, or you can say in between the two bunds. Okay. So it is about the presentation, the actions and strategies were used in popularization of this bean hybrid technology among the farmers and to make the adoption. So it was very successful campaign or the work done by IVRI. Many of the farmers, I have also shown you the list of the states. And through those states, the farmers contacted us and we provide them the cuttings through Indian Postal Service, and it reached their doorsteps. So thank you. Now you can speak, you can ask any question if you have.
Good morning, sir. Very nice presentation. This is
Yes,
Venkatesh. This is Venkatesh from agroforestry background from
Right.
US Dharwad.
Thank you.
So, are you come any across the tree fodder crops and their palatability and importance?
Tree fodder. Yeah, tree fodder. Just only that the moringa now actually, but we are not taking it to the field. But we have in IVRI farm moringa. Okay, it is also known as like fodder tree, but very less work has been done because it is a you can see the veterinary research institute. So in fodder, it worked very less.
Sir, what about Calliandra, Calothricsis and Susvenia grandiflora?
What is this?
Calliandra, Calothricsis and Susvenia grandiflora.
Oh, okay. Susbenia, yeah. Okay, Susbenia, I think it is mostly used in northern India for the green manure, not for fodder. Hello.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Mm.
Any other question from the participants? Please ask.
Venkatesh sir,
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
yeah, I can just add something to what our resource person has told. Because in
yes.
fact, actually, they are working on different fodder crops, but the major focus was on actually hybrid Napier,
Yeah.
and that is what actually they have shared with us. In fact, this experience can really help us in considering other fodder crops also, because
Yeah.
it is only their experience,
Mm.
and this way even we can try to promote other fodder crops. So that is what is the crux of this presentation. And in fact, even if you're from Dharwad, I think IGFRI Dharwad is also working over this particular component. We have actually Dr. Nagaratna coming in the coming days. Actually, she will be presenting on her experiences. Maybe we can have this same question to her also once again.
Mm.
I think
Okay,
that will be
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other participants, please?
Yeah, sir. I am from Krishi Vigyan Ken Jabalpur. I am
Yeah.
AK Singh.
Yeah.
How this Napier grass BN hybrid cuttings are provided to our center, because we want to grow it at our center as demonstration unit, so that farmers can
Yeah.
take it from us and they can grow in their areas or their
Yeah.
fields
Yeah.
for green fodder purpose.
Okay. Yes, Dr. A.K. Singh, there are the two ways for procurement of this, the cutting of the BN hybrid. Either you may come to us, okay, or we will give free, or either you can request us, then we can send through postal service only 50 cuttings, because these are only feasible. Sending the 50 cuttings, more than that we cannot send. Many KVKs of the UP like Rampur, Badaयूं, Kasganj, and Bagpat, they have taken from the IVRI, and they are also again popularizing among the farmers. They are increasing their adoption of this.
Sir,
photographs.
50 cuttings. Yeah. Okay, sir. 50 cuttings will be how much area it will cover?
It 50 cuttings just only so that you can grow it, and then you can spend the area, spread the area of this. You can grow it, and then further again after 70 days you can make the cutting from that.
Okay. Can you
Yeah,
share,
and
sir,
yes,
your
and the sowing method, I'm telling you, the sowing method, when it is planted, the gap between the plant to plant just only 60 to 80 meters. 60 to 80, you can say the centimeter.
Okay, sir. Can you share your email ID so that we can contact you and we can get it from you, sir?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, with your permission, shall I add it in this chat box, sir?
Yes, please. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I will add in the chat box, not an issue.
Yes. You can add, please. Yeah, good.
Already done. Please check the chat box.
Yes.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
This is Dr. Ramesh from KVK Dakshina Kannada, Mangalore, sir, Karnataka.
Yes. Very good.
Our KVK lies in the coastal region, sir.
Yeah.
Can we try this BN hybrid, sir, in our coastal region?
Because here we worked only on CO5 variety, but there are many varieties of the fodder. It has to be shown by conducting the trial that which variety will be useful. Okay, there are many other varieties which look similar to the BN hybrid.
Okay, sir.
So regarding this information, you can ask from the IGFRI that saline soil, which variety will be useful.
Okay, sir.
Because it is from coastal side.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anyway, it is a very nice presentation, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question from the participant? Please ask. Dr. A.K.
Sir,
please ask.
it is not a question, sir. As sir has presented that by using this BN hybrid, the lactation period was increased by 1 month. 46% cases, in case of 46% cases, lactation period enhanced by 1 month. So we are interested to procure or get it from you, sir, and we can also popularize this hybrid in our area in Madhya Pradesh, in Jabalpur district. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Very nice
Yes,
presentations.
yes. Many farmers have grown it in Bareilly, and they have commercialized it. They are selling to the cities. It is very good entrepreneurship to many farmers.
Yeah, it may be here also, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
I will get in touch with you, sir,
Yes,
and
yes.
will procure from you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, any other questions from the participants? Yeah, in fact, I have just now shared a link actually, which is considering like it is about actually different fodder production practices, and if somebody is interested, can even download and go through it. This was actually one once we published actually when I was in ICRISAT. So, and apart from that, if there are any queries or questions, actually he is also open for any discussions, because we have already mentioned his mail ID. You can just write to him and you can contact him. And there was some issue, some technical issue with this in the morning link. I don't actually, some could join and some could not join. Some 30-40 were missing in some other link. And I think such things will not happen actually. I think I don't actually, what was the issue? But we'll see that. Yeah,
may I-
Majid, can you please?
May I come in? Actually, we tried to stream it also, so that created a separate link, and actually that could not happen. So I stopped that, and that won't happen for the next session, and it will be smooth as we are expected to have it. I
Yeah.
tried to basically outgrow our reach so that we could stream it also to people, but that couldn't happen. I was trying something, but that accidentally created another link, and people were confused, like, why is it not starting? So I stopped that, and that will not happen again for the rest of the workshop.
Yeah. Okay, please. So anything else from the participants, please? Yeah, even this experience, I think, can be better taken in different areas. Actually, as such, like we have coastal belt, we know actually there are good varieties of fodder for the coastal areas, the saline soils, as well as some, maybe you have some black soil. So depending on the regions, actually we can focus on different fodder varieties. Maybe it can be a legume fodder, maybe it can be a non-legume fodder, or it can be even fodder trees, in fact. So fodder trees can also be promoted on the bunds, field bunds and all. And because this is important ultimately to bring some nutritional requirements of the animals, and ultimately the farmers can improve their livelihood. So in fact, if everything is fine from the participant side, I would like to propose the formal vote of thanks to our resource person, sir. So are there any questions?
We have raised your hand, Dayanan Mowal. You want to ask something? Please ask. Dr.
Yeah,
Dayan.
Dayanand ji?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am
Tell
I
me.
audible?
Yes,
Okay,
you are
sir.
audible.
I would like to give a lot of thanks to for today presentation. Actually, this was very informative and nice presentation was there. I think that today was Sunday, but in spite of all this, so many participants are there. Earlier, there was some confusion regarding to link which was earlier sent, but later on, second link was sent, and so many participants have already linked. And as per my thinking, today presentation was very nice and very informative, especially for nutritional management in animals, for round the year assured availability of green fodder for animals. So I would like to give a lot of thanks for today nice presentation from myself as well as from all participants side. And also I would like to give thanks to organizers that even today Sunday holiday they have managed in a very good manner. Again, I would like to give a lot of thanks from all of my participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Dayanand ji. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dayanand ji, actually
Thank you.
taking our role and doing it. But in fact, again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my teacher, even in fact at IVRI. So he has agreed to deliver his lecture on Sunday because although he was busy, but actually he has kindly agreed, and I'm really thankful to you, sir, for
Thank you, Prakash.
for agreeing for this. And it was really a nice presentation. And I know actually IVRI is doing a lot on fodder production as well as actually promoting this fodder variety. And you can just please share your presentation, sir, so that we will just put in to our participants in
Yes,
PDF
I will
format,
share to you. Yeah,
so
I will
that
share
some
to you.
of them who could not join can also refer it,
Definitely.
as well as even they can go through the video of this
Yes.
Recording, whatever we have
Yeah,
done
yeah.
the
We'll be
recording.
uploading.
That also they can
We'll
refer.
be uploading the video on YouTube, and in case some of
Yes,
the
sir.
participants.
I want to say the farmer.
Your voice is not audible. Your voice is not audible. Can you turn off the video? Why? Because that is eating bandwidth.
Dayananji, your video is not, audio is not clear.
Turn off the video. That will help.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, please.
Now I am audible. Am I audible?
Yes.
Actually, sir, I would like to request that kindly share your presentation because round the year grain fodder availability is a very big challenge for all the farmers. So if this will be available to all of us participants, then we will be able to provide such information to farmers for round the year grain fodder availability. So again, you are requested that kindly share your presentation with all the participants. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
In addition, I would like to request to course director Dr. Prakash sir. I have written in chat box also. Kindly share us the hard copy of the this lectures. These are very beneficial lectures, and we can use it for our purposes time to time. So kindly share the hard copy and soft copy also, sir. This will be kept with us as when you will provide in hard copy. So if you will share, this will be very nice and useful thing for us. Kindly, sir.
Yeah, Dr. A.K. Singh, fine. Actually, we have considered your request because since we have not received the all presentations actually from the resource persons or lectures, in fact, from the resource persons, once we get all of them, we compile it and we'll just bring it into a form of book, and then we will share with you all. So not an issue.
Also, Prakashji, we could upload to Google Drive the PDF version of it and make it part of the YouTube video itself. It will be part of the.
Sure, we can do it. Not an issue.
Okay,
Yeah, also,
okay,
sir,
thank you.
Yes,
Dr.
yes.
B. Singh, sir, please share your literature about hybrid Napier, which you have developed
Okay.
from IVS side.
Yeah. Definitely. I will share to you.
That also will help the participants.
Yes.
Sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you
Okay.
very much
Thank
again
you.
for
Thank
sharing
you,
your
Prakash,
valuable
and all the
experiences.
participants that they like this, and I have given the opportunity to speak, to have the interaction with the participant. I think they are from means all corner of the country.
Yes.
Thank you from my side.
Yeah. Okay, dear participants, let us again meet at 2:30, and we have a lecture by Dr. Jagadishwari, who will be talking about development and application of mobile applications. So it is about mobile apps. I think you all will enjoy the session in the afternoon also. Thank you all. Meet you again.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.